I've worked in San Francisco. I've studied masters in entrepreneurship and innovation, and still. So we'll be talking about what is a startup, right? So startup is a venture that is initiated by its founders around an idea or a problem with a potential for significant business opportunity and impact. So this is the main primary definition of a startup. If that has a significant business opportunity, then you can call it as a startup, right? So what are the factors evaluating to a startup is what is the market opportunity, what are the market timing, is the what is the team commitment, what are the growth ambitions, scalability of that startup and team structure. So let's say if we talk about market opportunity. So startups potential, or it really depends on how big is the market opportunity. So if you are presenting any solution, investor are always going to see that iska market kitna bada hai, right? In Shark Tank we saw that iska market size kitna bada hai. लोग यही पूछते थे हमेशा कि ये कितना बड़ा business बन सकता है, right? So market opportunity plays big role. Let's say, and market timing, like when are you launching that? Currently, if you build any startup in the field of artificial intelligence, it has big market opportunity is huge, and it's the perfect timing to build a startup in the AI. And what I'm saying is, even take any industry, and if you're implementing artificial intelligence into that industry, that really will help, that your startup's potential is eventually will grow like crazy. Because see, artificial intelligence, what it is doing is, जो आपके repetitive task है, जो unnecessary task है, जिसमें आपका बहुत सारा cost लगता है, आपको human resources लगते हैं, वो सारे task with a fraction of cost, AI is doing it, right? So if you can implement AI in your business, then basically you are eliminating a lot of cost, and like you are saving thousands of dollars in those repetitive tasks. So investors are always looking that what are the new technologies you are doing, what is the market opportunity for that, right? So that is the primary thing. Let's say, currently if you build a startup in electric vehicle segment, battery related segment, renewable energy related segment, it will always be considered as startup with a high potential, high market opportunity. But if you are building something which is not relevant anymore, which is, that system is outdated now, so then there's no point on it, right? So nobody's really going to invest on you. So talking about pitch deck, what is really required in your pitch deck is this slide. First it should start with the problem. Of course, the problem has to be really big. The problem has to have it should not be, let's say, अब कोई problem है, workout कर रहे हो, so that problem can be the local problem with a major impact, or your that problem is for particular category of customers or particular category of the people. So look the problems around. Like yesterday I just saw the problem as that key tomatoes they're not getting the right price for it, right? So they have to dump the tomatoes on the roads. But that's a big problem, and nobody is really trying to solve it, right? So if you can somehow solve that problem, like let's say you procure the tomatoes, you dehydrate it, and you increase the shelf life value of that product, right? So nothing like it. So the problems are there everywhere. Just that you need to look at that problem, and you have to create a value proposition for it. So the next slide comes is, okay, you have identified the problem, but what is your value proposition? If you are not having a good value proposition, people are not going to buy your product or solution, then there's no point. So accordingly, you need to understand target market. Let's say you're working on a let me figure out a problem. Target market and opportunity. So let's say, for an example, let's say, um, if you can, audience can suggest me any company, if they want to decode it, we can decode entire company, like from the problem statement to the target market and financials. So let's say example of Ola or Uber taxis, right? So the problem statement was, taxi आपको time पे नहीं मिल जाती है. Taxi के लिए you have to go to a certain place and get the taxi from there, right? Taxi में there is no pricing transparency, so you have to pay whatever the taxi driver demands and you have to pay accordingly, right? So there were many problems for it. And this problem, for the target market, for the problem, or like the solution you are going to give for this problem, the target market is not going to be limited to your particular city, right? The taxi problem is not only in the Nasik city. It's there in and across every city of the world, every city of the India. You cannot get taxis, you cannot get autos. So the market opportunity is huge. Let's say you create a solution like Ola or Uber, where people can order the Ola taxi right from your app and right at their location where they are staying at. So that's a big solution. Yeah. Anyone has question here? Okay. So the market opportunity is huge for it, right? So, and then what are the solution you're creating? So for Ola taxi, the solution is app based. You have a mobile application, and you are really ordering it from the phone. So I'll first cover here, and then I think I have a pitch deck of Uber taxis, how they presented it to investors. So I'll cover up that point. So you need to have revenue and business model. You need to have traction and validation that आपको ऑलरेडी कितने कस्टमर्स ने पे किया है, या आपका ऐप कितने लोगों ने डाउनलोड किया है, या आपका प्रोटोटाइप मार्केट में चल रहा है क्या नहीं. So when you're presenting, first 30 seconds are very important. अगर आप Shark Tank, if you have seen Shark Tank, so the first 30 seconds they have really created a story in their mind. They have already some fun, कुछ उन्होंने मस्ती मजा किया है, या they are really trying to connect to the investors कि have you seen this problem, or they are explaining it in a storytelling point of view that okay, this has happened with me, that okay, my mom did not get right treatment at that time. They are really creating an emotional hook, emotional connect with the investors. So that's those first 30 seconds you have to be really high on energy, and you have to create that hook, that you have to attach your investor. In the first 30 seconds, it is basically the storytelling, that you are really telling a story from your previous background, or your like basically how you identified that problem, and then you are connecting it with the investors. So these 30 seconds, if you don't do it well, your investors are gone, right? Your investors are not going to uh, basically not going to not going to attend your entire next presentation. So that's very important. Then again, in the next 31 to 60 seconds, so this is like a 3 minute time which you get to present your present to investor. So in 3 minutes you have to present your entire pitch deck. So after that hook, once your investors are connected with you, then you can explain the concept, the idea, and then you can explain the supporting data, like the traction, the market requirement, the growth in that region, how you are going to get the first customers, right? So that you have to further explain in the next 1 minute, and in the last minute you have to close your presentation, that how are you, if you are asking money to someone else, then you have to really be high on energy, and you have to get it how do I say, you have to uh, basically you have to explain it in such a way that it is going to be investors problem, like and you have to show the big picture to the investor, that how they are going to make big money into with this by investing into the startup, and how it is trending industry. So basically what investors want, they want to make money. That is the main primary objective they're investing in. And if that is aligned with their interest, then of course they would be happy to invest. So you have to show big picture, and you have to show how how they are going to make, how what is going to be their exit strategy. These are things required in the investor pitch deck.